Welcome to Uwharrie Farm Homestead. Potatoes, yikes! Are they good or are they bad? Do you know that one person can grow enough potatoes to supply 2 people for an entire year? Come along, let's grow organic potatoes, and I will give you good reasons to include them in your diet. This is the bed where I'm going to plant the potatoes this year. Last fall I mulched this bed with hay, and then I planted collard plants. We've harvested collards all winter from here, and I put some of them in the freezer. But now they're going to seed, so I'm going to take out the plants and they'll make great food for the cows. If you look at the ground, it still has a little bit of the hay cover on it. And I like to always have my ground covered with either plants or mulch to protect the soil. That is the natural way. These earthworms I found under the collard plants. They are great for the soil. This is Pixie, our Jersey cow, and her calf Rambo, and Star. Star's due to have a calf this August. They love the collards. I thought I would have to till this bed before I could plant the potatoes, but I discovered that the hay decomposing over the winter had kept it really nice and loose, and I was able to just make rows with the hoe to plant the potatoes in. This is very good because making the rows with the hoe doesn't disturb the soil off as much as tilling would. Do you know 1 teaspoon of healthy soil contains more microorganisms than there are people on Earth? And these microbes are critical to the functioning of a healthy soil. Tillage destroys their habitat and reduces the organic matter they require. I like to plant my potatoes the last week of March. I plan to plant potatoes tomorrow, so today I'm cutting them in pieces to prepare them for planting. And I will cut them ensuring that there are eyes on each piece of potato that will grow into the potato plant. Potatoes are one of the staple foods that we grow, and we store them in the refrigerator and they keep all winter. Last fall I put about 75 pounds of potatoes in our refrigerator, and we still have some this spring. So that makes it great, especially when you're having the problems we're having today with this COVID-19 virus. It is a beautiful March morning and I am on my way to the garden to plant the potatoes. You can see the warm weather has been kind to the strawberries on the right and they have responded very nicely. I have already taken my potatoes to the garden. And you can see that I have Harlequin Gold potatoes, Kennebec potatoes, Superior potatoes, and Red Pontiac potatoes. Now I'm going to put the potatoes in the bed with the cut side down and space them about 15 inches apart. We always need to be careful to use seed potatoes or organic potatoes because other potatoes likely have been treated to keep them from sprouting. You can see on these two potatoes that the cut side has healed quite a bit overnight. So why do I grow so many potatoes? Potatoes have been a staple in my diet all of my life. Potatoes are stuffed with phytonutrients. They're easy to grow. As I said earlier, one person can grow enough potatoes for 2 people for a whole year. And they store well without any processing. And as I also said earlier, I store potatoes all winter in the refrigerator. They have been an important part of the human diet for hundreds of years. So I encourage you, be smart, always choose organic, and use potatoes as only one part of a balanced diet. Alright, I have finished planting 3 rows of potatoes, and while I finish covering the last row, if you will look in the upper right corner of this scene, you will see the Burkhead Wilderness Area, which is a part of the Uwharrie National Forest. It covers 5,000 acres and it provides 8 miles of hiking trails. So I encourage you, if you have an opportunity, to pack a lunch and gather your family and come out to the Burkheads and enjoy a day of hiking. Great, I have finished planting all the potatoes and I am on my way back to the house. My family moved to this house in 1953 when I was 1 year old. An elderly lady in the community told us she had a relative who went to the Civil War from this house. It was remodeled in probably the 1930s or 1940s by a man who owned several businesses in Asheboro. I am very thankful for this old house. It has sheltered many families over the years. How many are your works, Lord? In wisdom you made them all. The earth is full of your creatures. I was happy to see bees and ladybugs in the garden. The bees pollinate our fruits and vegetables, and the ladybugs help control pest insects. Thanks for watching.